我们在看演出的时候，有些人喜欢沉浸在里面，但我比较希望你能够意识到自己存在。
We are a group of people with intellectual disabilities. Is it okay for me to say that?
Our life is in the dark all the time. We are in the dark life. That's why we are waking up. That's why we are working. That's why we are thinking. That's why we are trying to create or do something.
我是龙川武装青年。
我现在的武装是，你在我的外在是看不出来的。
咱今天就来感受一下个空间的。
人内在的对这个世界的那种体制的抵抗，没有输给以前，我还是很强烈的。
你总是放下一些东西，然后你就开始遇见不一样的事情。
Because we are in the dark. That's why audience come to the theater, because they are looking for some brightness or something.
No, go again.
Okay.
All good, no, I think that's
All good.
Alright, here we go.
Okay.
Keep on.
And action.
Hi, I'm Scott Price. I've been working for Back-to-Back Theatre for 16 years. I've got autism, which is a social disability. My pronouns are he, him, his, and I'm an actor of Back-to-Back Theatre. That is sexual harassment. Man, when is it appropriate to touch someone else? Never. You never, ever, 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 ever let someone else touch you. It's a big no-no, huge no-no.
Hi, my name is Sarah Manning. We don't speak a different language.
No, we don't.
My pronouns are she and her. I have been working with Back-to-Back for about 15 years. My disability is I have a head injury from a car accident. You can tell we have a disability, as everything we say is put up on the screen.
We are a group of people with intellectual disabilities. Is it okay for me to say that?
I only share my diagnosis.
My name is Tom Malati. I prefer to use him and his as my pronouns. I'm not out of Back-to-Back. I've been there for 20 years. Disability I have is monotonia, which means I can either black out or faint.
Meet three neurodiverse actors from the Australian Back-to-Back Theatre. October 2023, they arrived the last stop of their Asia tour, Taiwan. Through a play, The Shadow Whose Prey the Hunter Becomes, they want to speak for themselves and also ask questions of the entire audience. Back-to-Back Theatre was founded in 1987. At that time, the Australian government's deinstitutionalization policy allowed people with disabilities to leave large institutions and enter the community to start employment and life. Riding on this wave, artists held workshops and created performing arts with people with disabilities. For more than 30 years, Back-to-Back Theatre tries to subvert the audience stereotypes, prejudice, and misunderstandings on political, social, and human rights issues through a series of creations.
And we really have, as an asset, two things in the company. One is time and personnel. And because we have the ensemble and we have this consistent group of artists to work with. And the work is generated through conversation, trying to pursue certain themes within our work.
We've got to try and cut out the sideways stuff like this. It's better if you keep your bodies forward.
Okay.
And then
I think provocation's been a really important part of the process for us. That will be through subject matter or through theatrical form.
The other difference is they gave me edge over you that I don't have that speech impairment.
I don't have a speech impairment.
Yes, you do. You are so hard to understand. Under the rugged rock, the rugged rascal ran.
Under the rugged rocks, the rugged rascal ran.
You should see a professional.
Yeah, you're right.
Do you think my trunk here needs to be a bit longer?
It's a good normal size. There's nothing to worry about. Hey, I'm concerned about someone, Mark.
What?
They have no idea about the content.
What? What content?
Simon's playing a Jew, and he has no idea about Judaism. Doesn't strike you as wrong?
Back-to-Back Theatre's play, Ganesh versus the Third Reich, is a work full of controversy and reflection. The play tells the story of India's Ganesh, who travels to Nazi Germany to recapture the ancient Hindu swastika symbol. At the same time, another axis is developed to allow the actors to escape from their original roles and question the director. No one among the performers is Hindu, and no one is Jewish. Who has the right to tell this story, and who has the right to be heard?
I didn't choose to become I am a activist by choice. I was forced to become one. I think I had one person call me I am a chunky better person in May 2013, and I just went, right, this is enough. This needs to stop. And for mine, never a case real fight towards someone because of their autism and their behaviours I think it cut pretty deep. That's to be called a chunky better person. Hi, I'm Scott Price. Hi, I'm Scott Price. You're watching Price. This is a series of interviews about provocation with artists and political activists. Can you join live? I have this social media sort of handle name known as the Price Television Network, and I do all the news reporting and sports and whatever. So why is it that the female body is so controversial, and why is it that this picture was so controversial at the time?
Would you see it as a form of activism?
Partly, yes.
请将座位优先礼让给需要的旅客. Please give your seat to those in need. Nicole.
I don't mind disability.
I don't mind disabled. I don't mind neurodiversity. I'm really easy with anything, really.
Bruce, are you coming on? Alright, let's go! Let's go, guys!
You can stay seated if you want, Sid.
It's okay.
We still have 2 more stops. You guys want to stand in? You want to sit down?
No.
Sure.
I'm better standing.
The actors believe that disabilities should not be considered a handicap. They just have different needs in life and different ways of doing things.
I've got a disability, but it doesn't worry me whatsoever. I'll just go with the
Dumplings? That's okay. I might go pork.
Pork?
Yeah, pork.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
They have fried fish, fried shrimp, fried squid.
Look, I mean 5 fish, please.
Looks good. Looks good.
They got the smoky flavor of the shark. Yes.
Yeah, could I try it?
Yeah, I think
worth it.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Do you want one of those sides?
I'll go with fried noodles.
The fried noodles?
Or fried noodles.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm missing some mate.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm right.
Yeah.
Calling up. Sometime.
Yeah, Sarah. Yeah, I was hoping to try and visit the guys at Edge and Change Race, but I can't at this time.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally so busy and
Yeah, you're up.
No, please come on foot. Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
Help you get to be cool.
No.
I think it's too hard for you.
Just to let you know, so I'm okay. Look, I've got autism, so it's a social disability, and I appreciate you helping me out here, but I think I'm okay. So thank you. Yeah, and so I'll get yours. No joke, guys. Just when that's the kindness of people doing it, it's just incredible to see that. So yeah. It is, yeah.
What some people.
I know, sir, I know. I think that, that all races, religions, cultural differences, disabilities, sexual orientations should be allowed. But I think, that this sort of thing should be allowed, and I think we should be accepting of every single cultural differences. So thank you for
Are you looking forward to today's show?
Yeah, I'm really, excited about, yesterday.
Do you go through the show in your head, or do you think about the show at all in the morning when you're having a tea, for example?
It depends on the day. Sometimes it's parts of the show.
I'm a bit nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Oh, it's just never done other performances before though. And I'm a bit nervous here doing that for the first time. But yeah, I think the show will go well.
Do you always bring a collection of Britney when you are traveling?
Always. I bring it because on tour, I get lonely, and I saw God being stuff here, so she's like hearing away.
In the actors' solitary moments, their minds are brimming with thoughts. They don't know whether the upcoming play will be understood by the Taiwanese audience, and whether their life experiences will connect with the Taiwanese audience.
For thousands of years, people with disabilities have been abandoned in woods, kept in cellars, tied to beds, experimented on, isolated, gassed, drugged, devalued, dehumanized, victimized, stigmatized, sterilized, and euthanized.
The shadow whose prey the hunter becomes take place in the community hall of Geelong, a small town in Australia.
What do you think the audience understanding of this is?
A discussion at the conference takes a satirical and witty look at the history of slave labor for people with intellectual disabilities.
What are we celebrating?
It also questions the challenges that the rise of artificial intelligence will pose to most so-called normal people.
Tell me this. When artificial intelligence overtakes human intelligence, how will people be treated?
Maybe slaves?
Or like how we choose chicken or turkey,
Yeah.
or a person with disability.
I want to change people's perspectives on disability, and I think that through this work it may be a step to changing people's perspectives to that culture.
In the show that we're doing here, I feel like I've got like a lot of power. I'm the mayor. He works under the mayor, for the mayor. My favourite scene is when I look at the audience and say, who called this meeting? I did. It's like in control, but another actor in the play tries to correct him all the time. Who called this meeting? I did.
Simon did.
And why did I call the meeting?
We need to save
the world. I'm like the mayor of the town.
I'm a lot more intelligent than people think I am. I know a lot about the world. I'm a peer. But when I try to use words, people are too uneducated to understand me.
Yes, Scott. I am hearing what you're saying.
I like you because you're quite smart.
Who is normal and who is disabled? The actors offer poignant what-ifs in the play. Perhaps in a future where artificial intelligence replaces large amounts of manpower, we will all be impediments who are not smart enough, efficient enough, or sensitive enough.
It will be impossible to keep up.
No matter how hard you try.
You, your husband, your children, and your children's children are going to have an intellectual disability.
I think this is sinking in.
接下来可以开放时间交给观众，之后由各位来提问。
我是一个特殊教育工作者，我在整出戏里面有听到Scott 在讲说，我们不想要被行为治疗，我们不是一只狗。我觉得这一句话跟这一段是让我最惊讶的一段啦。现在很多在支持身心障碍者或智能障碍者，我们都慢慢的回归到他们各自的个人需求或个人中心去讨论这件事情，好，渐渐不再用教育的模式或怎么样让他们变得更好的角度去看。
A lot of representation of disability, and especially narrative drama, etc., or even current affairs and news stories is inspiration porn, and it's not for other people with disabilities. It's really for inspiring the general populace to pull up their bootstraps and get on with life, and aren't you fortunate and well done. But it's not the intention of our company to inspire anyone, really. We're just trying to make great art, and we're trying to make great art with a really amazing ensemble of actors, some of whom have intellectual disabilities, and some refer to themselves as neurodiverse, and we really love making work together, and we think we can make some really special work that can affect and bring joy and challenge people's perceptions, and I don't know, like we're just trying to make art.
The end of a play where actors poured out their pain and passion on the stage also liberates the audience imagination of normal and leaves behind questions about life itself.